Ecclesiastes chapters 10 and 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakah Kwadash. Double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone, and a salute to the sincere elect out there. Right, so that's how we just sum up this place. We sum up Babylon and the mother of Babylon, and the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. So that's how we sum up this place. Right? That's how you represent this place. It's a folly, it's full of folly. Right? 7. And I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Right? And the servants are Israel. Right? The Israelites. Right? Jerusalem, which is a people before it's a place. And that's us. But yeah, we have to just keep pushing, Akim. We have to just keep pushing. The Most High said we're going to drink down the dregs, and we're drinking it all up, and so that we can be better judges, right? Words of our elders, high priest Yaquab. Those were the wise words, and yes, we're gonna rule, right? We're gonna be back on the horse, which the horse represents power, and also the horse represents royalty, rulership. Again, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Right, the servants are these people, the white people. Right, and you can the other Goyim nations are servants too. They're gonna be servants. Moab and Ammon. Right, Moab is my washpot. Right, as the scriptures say, they're gonna be back in their positions of servitude where they're supposed to be, and we're going to be back in our positions of rulership where we're supposed to be. I just wanted to get into some of these loud, willing, quick videos, straightforward and to the point. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child. Who's this talking about, right? Who are the kings today? Nero 47, right? They're the kings today. They're in a position of rulership, right? The king is a child. The servants upon the horses, right? Because when we usually touch on that, we just usually just bring out the scripture that, this particular one here, servants upon horses. But there's more. There's more. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child and thy princes eat in the morning, right? That's what they do. That's how the children behave. Children, right? So you got Nero 47. You got what's trending at the moment is Anthony Fauci, right? And he's pulling a strop. He's pulling a strop in the Senate. He doesn't want to talk, right? Doesn't want to be caught out, pleading the fifth. So he's throwing a strop, as they say. This is gonna be a quick video before I hit the road, but yeah, these scriptures I've been meditating on them because this is what's going on, right? We need to see what's going on in the Senate, in the so-called White House, right, where they make important decisions, right? New laws, and which we know it's all a psyop, and there is no constitution. It's all a farce and a puppy show in the White House, and that's over there in Babylon, but over here also in the Houses of Parliament. It's a puppy show where they supposedly make important decisions that's going to make the earth and have somewhat decent law, somewhat decent place to live. But as we know, it's a puppy show because we've got children, right? Children, right, in the White House. Let me throw in a strop. They're throwing a strop. Throwing a strop meaning throwing a strop means to have a sudden angry temper, tantrum, act in a bad tempered way, sulk. Yeah, that's these devils. Sulk like a child. You can't make this up. Sulk like a child over something minor, right? That's what they do when they don't get their way. That's what narcissists do when they don't get their way. And this behavior is representing this kingdom, this place. But we ain't, as we have to deal with it. The Lord's giving us the wisdom. We're waiting for the return of Yahushua, right? Because he gonna set everything right side up again. He has to get his lick back, and he has promised he ain't gonna be late. Pursuant to Habakkuk 2, right? Habakkuk chapters 2. It shall not tarry. It shall surely come. So the king is a child, bro. King is a child. Let's get into a couple of words here. Right? Nero is a damn child. Right? Dr. Fauci is a damn child. Right? All these rulers, past, present, as long as this kingdom gonna be going on. It's pure kings throwing strops. Child. Let's see what he says in the blue letter. H5288. Servant, youth. Yep. Boy. Right? Youth, boy. Right? And that's who's ruling in this kingdom. Alright? There you have it, man. Nothing more to say. I want to see something in the, what does it say in the, let's go back on this word here in the, another. What sorrow for the land ruled by servants, yep. What sorrow for the land ruled by children, servants, the land whose leaders feast in the morning. Woe to the land whose king was a servant, and whose princes feast in the morning. There you have it, man. Servants, everything is right. Go and put everything right side up again. It's okay. Let them do their thing. It also shows the Most High's power, right? Rising up a dirty animal, a beast, a non-human, because he hasn't got color, right? You means color, and he hasn't got color. He's a red man, right? He that is wasted away. Esau means wasted away. He that is wasted away. He hasn't got no color, and also, but it's not even about his color. It's about his actions, what he's done in the earth, the fugitive, and all of the seed of Cain. Right, what they've been doing up to this very day. Woe to the land when thy king is a child and thy princes eat in the morning. The king is a child. So anyway, let me read another one here. Just been meditating on these couple of precepts. What's been taking place in the Senate and also in the White House, where they're supposed to be kings and making laws of the land, right, and giving the earth somewhat kind of decency. But all the other nations, the weak are saying they're strong now. Right? All the other nations are clicking up. Right? As we know, Russia and China, Iran, right? The business partners are clicking up because they recognize the folly of so-called King, the Trump in the White House, right? Proverbs 12:26, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him. Right? I want to look at that word there. Right? Princes, servants upon horses, and princes on foot, guiding them. Right? Servants upon the horses are the white man today, the base man, and the princes are, here it is here, more excellent than his neighbor, but we're pushing the horses around, right? That's all right. So that was excellent. So H8446. This is how we are viewed. This is what we are. This is why we are the monument, the Jerusalem, right? Monument, otherwise known as Jerusalem, which are people before it's a place, and we have to be excellent. Even now, as we're down bad, because the Most High is cleaning us up, dusting us off, preparing us to be His bride. Revelations 21. We're going to wipe away all our tears from our eyes. A new heaven going to come down, right? The rulership of Yahushua, and put everything right again. Right? And dash where the servant them. Dash where the child. Incompetent child. So especially trade. The word I wanted was excellent. Merchant man, search out, spy out. All right, let me find out something else here. Gotta find it out. Gotta find it out. Excellent. Excellent meaning. Extremely good, of highest quality. Yeah, yeah, that's us, right? The plain man, Jacob, right? And you got he that is wasted away, the brother, right? He's evil twin, right? Which is the opposite to excellent, beast-like. So excellent is an adjective that means extremely good, of the highest quality, right? First class. I don't need no more than that. I don't need no more than that. First class. Alright? First class. Alright? And then you got the opposite to that, inferior. Alright? So cinnamon, wonderful. Alright? Esau, you're inferior, man. But yeah, extremely good or excellent, high quality, first class, right? I'm gonna entitle it something like that. I'm in a good mood today. Most High gave me some good little dreams, visions, and future videos. Future videos on spiritual power. So I'm in a good mood. I'm just gonna touch on some of this. So yeah, we're extremely good, of high quality, first class. And what does the devil do? Because of that, because we're first class and we're excellent, what does he try and do? Well, he does it to the 2/3. We've woken up now and we're aware of his tricks. That's why we never took the loosey juicy, right? We looked into the video earlier on in the week with it was them that injected with the Tuskegee experiment. It was them that put it in at them, right? And it was the white man, the devil, the white man. He was injecting them, going on farms, going on in the neighborhood, in the villages, and just grabbing up random black men, right? Women and children were affected as well through the domino effect, but he was grabbing up black men and sticking them. What does he do today? He sticks them. And that goes on from the schools, that goes in the colleges, that goes in the so-called, this man is a physician of lies, anywhere and everywhere he can, he sticks them. This is what he does. Seduceth them. Right? H85, 82. And if he can get away with it, he will delete you and bury you. Right? That's the Nolan Wells. And there's many others. The lynching and all of that. But as we know, the woke movement is awoke and moving. The juggernaut is moving. This truth cannot be stopped. Alright, so that's what he be doing. Seducing, cause to err. He causeth to err. This man is a seducer. Don't let him stick you no more, Akim. Don't let him stick you no more. He doesn't play fair. Alright? He does not play fair, this devil. There you have it, Akim. Let me read some more of my favorite scriptures. I'm going to read them. I'm going to read them. These are my favorite scriptures at the moment in time, while I'm going to have to go and deal with them. You have to be prayed up in this place. 17, let's go to 17 again. He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceits. Yep. I'm going to keep hitting it, man. Hitting this vibration out there. I'll read it again. He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceit. Speak truth. Right? Speak truth to power. And how you do it? You read the scriptures, you meditate upon them, you pray, right? And you put up curses upon this place, yeah. Curses. And also by your actions, you condemn this place. When you do what is right. There is that speaketh like a piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. Right? Bringing that health in. Right? Disclaimer. Right? This is not medical advice. We're just talking truth, bringing out the truth. And if you don't like it, then maybe something not right with you. Right? It's all right, because Esau, right? He's getting stuck up with truth, getting bore up. Just like when you bore up the you bore them up, right? Machine gun fire them with truth. That's what we're doing. We're boring up the wicked with truth, and the 2/3 and the insincere of our own people. Just going to continue to bore them up with truth until them can't deal with it again. Right? There is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. Enough said. Health. We're pushing health all around the world, man. The lips of the truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. So they soon fall off. The devil soon fall off. So the word was seduce. Right? We looked at that. Seduce something. That's what they do. That's how they get to stick you. And revelation, they want to do this revelation, the mark of the beast as well. 13. They want to bring that in too. And how they're going to do it? They're going to try and attempt to seduce you. Right? They can't force you, but they're going to attempt to seduce you. Something close to attract, beguile, tempt, and mislead. Right? That's it. That's what they do. That's what they're going to attempt to do. Revelation 13. We're going to keep reminding Akim. Right? Don't get weak. Don't get weary. Don't get weak. Right? So act to seduce someone to error, entice, especially to evil. Right? Especially to evil. So there you have it, Akim. That's all I need. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduceth him. Right? But this truth is forevermore. Yeah, the lips of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Some things to meditate on while we're moving around behind enemy lines. Some things to meditate on. And don't let them stick you anymore. Right? They don't play fair. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. Right? Excellent again. And this is why we are kings. Right, without our throne right now, we're damn bad. Right, we're just worms, and we drop it. We do the Clark Kent when we're moving around. But yeah, no watch, no fears. Extremely good, of highest quality, first class. Right, that's Yashua Allah, and that's how we walk, and that's how we carry ourselves. But Clark Kent, it out here. The Wadayo Bashim Shai, Kala Yahawa, Bashem Yahushai. What more can you say? Woe to thee, O land, when thy child, the king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. So don't let the children them, the lower life people them, the base man people them seduce you. Them is just a children out here. To the next one we have.